This is David Moss with BIC Trikes. This video, we're going to explain and show you why we do not ship out a complete kit that we build from one bike to another. In other words, you've done a Honda Shadow 2007, the same Euro model mine is. Why can't you build me a complete and ship it out? So this is going to show why we don't do that. We were doing that at one time. We'd have a bike like this. I'd build another one and ship it out to somebody. And then we have a lot of issues. And the issue is, as this is a red one and we got a blue one. Now these are the exact same year model, the exact same make. They're exact same everything, except the only difference is that one has a different exhaust. It looks like 2-in-1 than this one does. And this one, even though it's the exact same, the shock has been lowered a little bit. So it's lower for the lady than his. Now, when you have them side by side, it's not enough to really notice it. They even have the same kind of seats. I mean, pretty much they're twins. One's red, one's blue. The lady's is red, the man's blue. So I want to show you. First thing you'll notice is that we bracketed up the same from this on all of them. Well, that's fine. But from here to the peg, and I got to go right underneath the peg, you'll notice that's only 6 inches. It's not really that long. See? On the blue one, when I get it up, I'm going to show it, it's actually 8 inches, so it's longer. So if I try to take this bracket, and put it on that one, the blue one over there, it makes the whole front end lift straight up. And if you do the back end, it won't even touch the ground because it's 2 inches difference in size. You'll also notice that there's 3 holes on this one used. Now remember, same year, make, and model, but the only difference is this has this kind of seat rest on it. That one has a different, and because of it, they don't expose all 3 holes. They only expose these 2 holes right here, and I'll show that. So it makes me have to build the bracket completely different. Now you can see I ran across here to hook that up so it's sturdy, doesn't move anywhere. We bolted it there. Gotcha. That's the same. And you'll also notice because of the exhaust, I go here. This is where 90% of my frames go to. I like this position. It's easy to pull it off. This stays where it needs to be. This is where it's got a 5/8 bolt back there, or 3/8 with a 5/8 head back there. You know, runs out really nice. Both of them got the Reese hitch, both of them getting wiring, all the same. So I'm going to show you the blue one when I get it up, putting the rear end on, and how it differs. And because of the differences, you cannot switch this rear end to that rear end. There'll be no way. This is why when people buy my used ones, I had somebody that passed away and they asked me to help them sell the bike, and they found somebody to buy it. He's bringing it up this weekend, the rear end in his bike, so that I can cut the brackets off and rebuild it for his bike. But if you're going to do that, you can save money by doing that. You're going to have to make sure that it's the same kind. In other words, this is a Shadow, gets a small frame. You can never put this small frame on a bagger. Won't fit. It's too small. You can't put a bagger frame on this one. It's too big. So just keep that in mind if you're looking. But yeah, he's paying me $800 to cut the brackets off and re-bracket it, and then another $350 to powder coat it. But he said that right there is still a lot cheaper than it would be to, have me build it from the ground up because he got a good deal on it. But I just want you to know. So if you do see one of these BIC Trikes for sale, make sure you take your bike. Make sure it fits your bike before you buy it. Don't buy it sight unseen, because they are literally custom built for this bike. Now there's other bikes out there in Shadows that have this kind of exhaust, that have this kind of saddlebag bracket built up with this kind of thing. So it's got the same setup. It will work on it. But if they don't, you're going to have to lower your shock, and you're going to have to build this like this. I had a 2008 Sportster we did that we shipped out complete. I did it off a Sportster Custom, and the guy had a Sportster Low, and I told him, you're going to have to change the shocks out because it's got to be the exact same as this Sportster I'm building off of. He said, fine. I ship it out. He gives me a call, says, hey, my tires don't touch the ground. It just spins. Did you change the shocks? Well, no, not yet. You got to change the shocks or it's not going to touch. It is too short. Okay, so he went and got new shocks and called me and was mad because it cost him $1,500 from Harley Davidson to get 2 custom shocks put on, which raised the bike up. And he's a little bit shorter. He needed the low style. Couldn't help it. That's when we quit doing it. I was too many complaints of little things being wrong, and we were having issues. So this is why we don't do a DIY kit. Why we don't do a shipable kit complete. We do a DIY kit. I'm going to show you the blue one in this video, and you'll see the difference for yourself, and you'll understand. You have to bring the bike to me. So if you look at our price list, the $1,800 price starting off with everything that you can add on, that's for you to bring it to me. if you're wanting a shippable kit, we have a DIY. We have a video explaining that. It's going to be on the box here shortly. And we ship that to you. It's $1,200 right now plus shipping. So just to let you know that you cannot ship this out to somebody else because I don't know what their bike's like. I have the bike here. I level it up. I build it for this bike. All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring in the blue one and show you the big differences. Okay, here we are in the blue one, and I said you'll see the difference. First thing you'll notice on this blue one, remember the red one, it's done it over there. Looks the same. Can't hardly tell, but as you can see, this is longer. See how much longer that is? Remember the other one was up to here. It's only 6 inches. This is 8 inches, so that's a big difference. Is that? And then you can see I did the brackets the same there. But, and the exhaust, see the exhaust? Because the exhaust won't let me go here and here because it's in the way, we got to go over it. See? So we went over, and I talked about how it had 3 holes. We can see that they had this saddlebag bracket, and it was just 2, nothing else. So if I built that bracket, you try to put on here, there's no place to put it because it's made to go in this hole and swing up to this, but you can see it's different than that one over there. It won't work exactly the same. And on this, because this bolt is here and so small, what we have to do is we actually welded it part of this universal saddlebag bracket, and then I weld a bar across and make it where it isn't able to move anymore at all. And that way it keeps this from being able to slide back. I like to reinforce the back end. But because of what kind of saddlebag bracket it is, I couldn't do it my normal way, so we did it that way right there. But you can see the difference. See how that's completely different than the one we got over here. Because once again, we got bar going here. The other one, notice, goes all the way down and cuts right across. So this would not be able to work on this frame and brackets, would not be able to work on this one. Even though they're the exact same year model, the exact same motorcycle pretty much. It's just a couple of little things that people change, and most bikes have been customized a little bit in some way or fashion, usually pipes that change everything. So just wanted to show that and let you know this is the reason why we do not completely build a kit. Hey, can you build one for my 2008 750 Shadow? I seen a video, you have one, so you built one before, why can't you do one now? We had to have your bike. We literally built it custom for your bike. These are not a universal kit. They are for your bike. So, like I said, this is David Moss of BIC Trikes. If you like it, hit like, subscribe. We'd appreciate it. Also, to let you know, you can go to bictrikes.com, check out our price list. We do have a DIY shippable kit. You can check that out. There'll be a link on this video for that. Thank you so much. This is Dave Moss of BIC Trikes. BIC stands for Brothers in Christ, where Jesus Christ gets all the glory. Thank you so much, and God bless.